Hi everyone and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 19th of January. Okay, so today we have the moon void of course that starts at 3:05 a.m. Then the moon enters Sagittarius at 9:48 a.m. So if you want to listen and what to do in both these times and an in-depth explanation of the moon in Sag and moon void of course, listen to the end of this audio. So yeah, the first aspect of today is Sun parallel Mercury. So when the Sun makes a parallel, which is the same as a conjunction in astrology, you may experience a heightened sense of awareness and a renewed connection to the spirit world, and you may gain a greater understanding of your own journey and purpose in life. This is a chance to gain insight into your own inner world and connect with your intuitive side and lead to immense personal growth and expanding your self-knowledge and consciousness and understanding of the world. Negatively, people can become more nervous, moods can change quickly, causing emotional, spiritual and psychological instability. Although you may be eager to change others, it's important to remember that not to do that and to focus on doing the work on yourself, because knowing yourself and doing the work to understand yourself is how you can really understand and help others. And committing to improving your self-awareness, you may discover powerful insights that can assist you and those around you in making sense of everyday events and why these things sort of like happens. Good or bad, it's important to use this energy to look within and see things which need transforming, such as self-destructive thoughts and behaviours and toxic relationships, rather than be putting your finger at everyone and be like, you did this, you did that. Look within you. So yeah. Also today, Venus makes a contra parallel to Uranus. So this is the same as a sort of like opposition vibe. So this energy can change things in our relationships. It can bring into your life someone who is totally unlike you, who's unlike any person you've met before, had in your life before, who helps you explore different aspects of yourself. You may come to plainly recognise your own shortcomings and be astonished by the process of going within and seeing your own trouble. As I said earlier, we can only change ourselves, and you can come to an understanding of both your weaknesses and your strengths, and also the weaknesses and successes of your past relationships, which can help you attract precisely who you want. So this is a good time to, if you are single, because not everyone's going to meet someone, sit down and just write what you would like in your ideal partner. Or if you're looking to end a relationship, thinking about why and what you would like and what you need to do to attract the right person into your life. For some of you, the unknown may cause events may cause disruption in your life, and some of you may be too clingy and hold on too tightly to what you want to have in your life, what you need to let go of your life right now. So try to just let go and just ease into whatever this energy brings to your to whatever this period brings to your attention, because I know these unexpected events can throw you off your sense of balance. But if the unexpected happens, ask yourself what you can learn from this, rather than being like, oh no. Don't give up when you get stuck. Attempt different methods to get past these roadblocks. Being creative and inventive can go a long way. Sometimes unexpected solutions can appear when you least expect it. Don't put yourself under too much pressure, and be ready to be happily surprised when the answer comes to you. Although a fear transformation is sometimes a natural reaction for lots of people, this span of time can be a chance to embrace the new. Although your attempts to find long-term joy may get interrupted, don't get too hung up on it. Just try and go forward. And also, if you are starting something new right now, just work towards daily steps of, bringing it. Don't worry about how am I going to start that business. I found that once you just start working and taking action, then everything else will fall into place eventually. And yeah, there'll be roadblocks and you will get stuck and stuff, but just try and have an open mind. Although this period can be challenging, and that consistency and just make you feel like Appreciating the unknown can help you develop the ability to adapt to the ever-changing circumstances and become more resilient to whatever comes your way. If you try to fight the unknown, it can only result in more unknowns and fear. So embrace the randomness of life, and you may find yourself with more options than expected. So yeah. So what is void of course? Void of course moon in astrology is when the moon journeys through its cycle and it makes one last main aspect, i.e. a trine, conjunction, square, sextile, opposition with another planet before changing signs, yet it still makes minor aspects. I call them major, and I do include them in my weekly scopes and daily scopes. But anyway, so it will still make minor aspects such as semisquares, sextiles, quintiles and sesquiquadrate, but it won't make any what's called, in inverted commas, main aspects. When the moon enters void of course, it can be a time of uncertainty and confusion for many. Because of this, some astrologers suggest it may be best to delay things during the moon void of course period. To be on the safe side, it may be sensible to plan ahead, steer clear of major events or decisions during the time period when moon's void of course. Sometimes moon void of course can just last for an hour. Sometimes it can last for a day. If you can, it's a perfect time to take some time out to reflect and relax if you feel affected by the moon void of course period. In astrology, the moon represents our emotions and innermost feelings, so this is especially a vulnerable time for some people, especially for those with strong Cancer or water energy, Pisces and Scorpio in their chart. So water signs and those affected will especially benefit for taking time out to reflect and check in with themselves, especially on your belief patterns, maybe thinking of starting or continuing the work to let go of them. Excellent time to practice mindfulness and to be open to the universe lessons for you, giving gratitude. Even though it can be a challenging time, it can also be a powerful one. If we use moon void of course periods as a perfect opportunity to cultivate our inner strength and wisdom. When the moon enters the constellation of Sagittarius, some of you may have foretelling, visionary dreams or ideas, and as you know, the sun's in Sagittarius and now the moon's going into Sagittarius as well, so it's amplifying this energy. You may find yourself more restless, seeking independence and adventure and disliking routine. You may have a keener sense of justice, but it's best to think before you say your insights. Legal, political, workplace or community events may sometimes interfere with your social or personal commitments when the moon's in the constellation of Sagittarius. This energy allows you to focus, however you may forget to consider others' feelings and thoughts, which can cause disagreements. If you find yourself on edge and more sensitive than usual, you may find that exercising or anything else to release the pent-up energy and emotion will help you relax. You may pay more attention to politics, finances or cultural activities, especially if they directly affect you or your home life. You may find yourself taking a trip with family or friends to a place of profound significance to you guys. People may become more friendly, empathetic, outspoken, honest, ethical and direct, more so than normal, making things more peaceful in relationships. The Sagittarius moon can make people want more freedom, which may cause disturbances in committed relationships. Negatively, people can become more eccentric, selfish, detached and unpredictable. There can be an increase in disagreements over prejudiced opinions and ways of life. There can also be legal or other serious problems due to disagreements or over religious or any other beliefs that you may have as well. Sometimes there can be problems with financial transactions and people deceiving others or fraudulently getting what they want through professional means. It is vital that you double check all paperwork and do your own research. At times there can be a struggle with being willing to take a more philosophical or higher consciousness approach to your life. and the side of you that wants to stay in your comfort zone, maybe because of traumatic memories from your childhood and the beliefs you were told to follow that may surface now, causing the conflicts between you wanting to try out a new belief and the part of you just like, no, I must do what I was brought up to do and stuff like that. If you do receive guidance right now, of course, analyze it, but don't disregard it solely because of what's happened in your past or your past beliefs. The best use of the moon's energy traveling through the constellation of Sagittarius is to plan long journeys maybe, and be open-minded, look over legal documents, resolve conflicts and focus on the bigger picture of your education, any educational new skills you may want to learn, any new belief system or your current belief system, questioning if it's still valid, and also taking some time out to look into your personal development. Anything that expands your intellect or consciousness in some way is good. Some of you may benefit from seeking out spiritual, religious, psychological, philosophical, or some other form of guidance and exploration. In fact, some of you may become intrigued to the point of obsession with occult knowledge or practices. When the moon travels through the constellation of Sagittarius, it's a good time for those involved in farming or gardening to sprout seeds, harvest or store bulbs and roots, plant or cultivate bulb or fruit plants, and sort of like general groundwork is favoured. The moonlight will boost the growth of the leaves and the planting of things like legumes, lentils, peas and beans and cucurbits, such as cucumber, courgette, squash, melons and tomatoes and peppers, and also mowing the lawn. And yeah, that's the daily scope for the 19th of January.